I've got to ask you now, we've offered your daughter counseling. Will you also, in time, when she gets comfortable, also agree to go to counseling with her as well, too?
Sure, I'll go. I'll go to counseling myself already.
All right. Good. All right. Rosie.
Well, you know, being a single mom, I was at a point one time where I couldn't even buy my kids jackets. I remember going to the store and I remember standing there and running the card and it didn't go through. And I had a breakdown. Like, I had a breakdown. My kids, it was really cold. They needed jackets. And I just remember just breaking down. Couldn't tell my parents, didn't want them to know the situation I was in. And I remember I had lost everything. Like, I was just at a point, I was at the lowest point. And I remember I went from emotional eating to emotional spending. And it was a tough lesson for me to really understand that I had to learn to stand on my own feet.
Yes.
I needed to learn how to get a financial strategy going for me and for my kids. And I needed to learn how to deal with my inner emotions, how to not take them out on my kids, not take my anger, my stress of where I had become or what I had become and where I now found myself, because I felt like a failure in front of my kids. And that was not the place that I wanted to see myself. So what I want to invite you to do is when you get angry with your daughter, hold it in. Hold it in for a couple minutes, step aside. Don't yell at her, don't cuss at her, don't call her names. Because sometimes the anger that's coming out has nothing to do with her. It's our own anger of our own failures and own emotions that we're dealing with. So just for the safety and for the well-being of your relationship with your daughter, sometimes silence. And when you come back to talk to her like she's an adult, because she's more than capable of understanding your words.
Okay.
Mom, if you really want to heal your relationship with your daughter, one thing that I want to invite you to do today is you broke trust when you told your mom about the lowest point in your daughter's life. So I'd like for you to turn around and hold your daughter's hand and just promise her that moving forward, she could learn to trust you. And you got to earn that trust, but that you will never talk about the situations that happen in her life.
Next, I'm gonna try to be more supportive with you and help you in your decisions.
Thank you, Mama.
And Vivica, may I add something to the mom? I still see the resentment in your eyes, and I know that there's still some underlying stuff that we haven't gotten to. And as a mother, I know that sometimes you wish your daughter would look at you and give you that unconditional love back. And so maybe there's a part of you that's resistant to that. But it's more important, I think, for you now to try to start new. Family relationships can only heal if we're willing to let go of the past patterns.
Yes.
So one thing I would like you guys to do for the next 30 days is to each do something nice for the other person every single day, but don't tell them what you're doing, because it's really not about tit for tat. And it can be anything. It doesn't have to cost any money. It could just be picking up the phone for you, Alexis, and just asking how your mom's doing, but not talking about yourself. It could just be you going on a grocery run for Alexis and bring something nice to the daughters. You know, it could be anything. And I just want you guys to each commit to that for the next 30 days without telling each other what that nice thing is. Can you guys do that?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Somehow they gotta learn. Somehow, Mom, you gotta let go of all this anger that you've got going on regarding the baby daddy, because you know what? He's gone. This is about the future and your daughter and your granddaughter, and don't keep throwing it out. He was a bad guy. He didn't take care of my granddaughter, because you know what? That's the memories you'll leave with your granddaughter about her daddy. I mean, that was her daddy, regardless of what you thought of him. And quite frankly, what you thought of him shouldn't be part of their life. Right. So don't keep bringing that up, you know, to stick her with it. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Because the first thing you said was he didn't treat my granddaughter good. I didn't like him. That's why I didn't go to the funeral. Well, it wasn't about him. It was about your daughter, holding her hand. That was the man that, you know, she had your granddaughter with.
Yeah.
So get over that. Get over that hatred that you had for him.